Mario was a perfect stranger, even in the face of danger. No one knew if he'd hang around or turn around and run. From heaven to the other side of Hades, he was attractive to the ladies. Some said he was an angel, some said he was the devil's son. Well, if there's a lock on swift salvation, Mario picked the combination, headed for the high ground with real gold in his heart. And he left a trail no one could trace, and told half-truths no one could face. And deep in the river of his soul, the time had come to part. There are those who never come home. Maria was the lonely one, and Mario was the only one who'd ever meant anything more to her than a fast how do you do, with a roof over her prayerful head and a gun beneath her feather bed. She had nightmares every day, and all of them came true. Well, changing times and different places, she found friends and fresher faces. If she held a memory, she locked it in her heart. Accusations, loaded questions, empty thoughts, and a few confessions. Yesterday's the finish, and tomorrow is the start. There are those who never come home. Angeline carved wooden dreams, an artist of the world it seemed. A chisel cut her finger off, the one who wore the ring. And the doctor swore he heard her say it never fit me anyway. I would have sold it yesterday, but it wasn't worth a thing. And the missing finger changed her style, and the missing ring just made her smile. She carved a spitting image of Maria rubbing her eye. And around that statue's neck of pine, on a yellow necklace made of twine, she hung that little worthless ring, and no one asked her why. There are those who never come home. At Maria's likeness, hearts would rupture all throughout the world of sculpture. The well-to-do laid money down to stand around and stare. But on a locked-up Sunday night, that statue disappeared from sight. It must have been a master thief, 'cause it vanished in thin air. Angeline committed suicide. Some called it sad, some called it pride. Some jokers said it could have been worse, she could have cut off her ear. But the art world faced another fact. Her next to last artistic act was the spitting image of Mario wiping away a tear. There are those who never come home. The grave digger wiped away the sweat. His hands were dry, but his face was wet. And the women watching him wanted to get their hands on that man. But someone had a much closer shave, carving on a cross built for a grave. A chisel slipped and nearly cut a finger from a hand. Well, across attractive hummingbirds, one for each of 7 words. Life, if possible, art at any cost. And somebody asked as the crowd dispersed if they got that epitaph reversed, and the undertaker pointed out the last word on the cross. He said, there are those who never come home. Well, the bust of Mario all did see under glass and lock and key, and sure enough, as fate would have it, it got stolen too. And just like the real Mario made its way down through the barrio and left in a lonesome boxcar when a train came rolling through. The undertaker was buried in dust, and the grave digger satisfied his lust, worked his way to the top of the pile, a connoisseur of the arts. And everybody else concerned chalked it up as a lesson learned, and the memories were all flushed away down the sewer of their hearts. There are those who never come home. Imagination's hard to manage. It takes time to take advantage. It takes lots of space itself to fill up every day. The ending's worse than Elvira-matic, and guerrillas got loose and bombed the Vatican, stole a pair of crying statues and hauled them away. They sold them as a matching pair in some clandestine affair, and now at last they're out there somewhere crying face to face. And the real Maria spits in a mirror, and the real Mario spits in his beer, and both of them on different paths drift from place to place. There are those who never come home. Yeah, there are those who never come home. Hello.
Hi.
Mario was a perfect stranger, even in the face of danger. No one knew if he'd hang around or turn around and run. From heaven to the other side of Hades, he was attractive to the ladies. Some said he was an angel, and some said he was the devil's son. Well, if there's a lock on swift salvation, Mario picked the combination, headed for the high ground with real gold in his heart. And he left a trail no one could trace, and told half-truths no one could face. Deep in the river of his soul, the time had come to part. There are those, what the hell? Okay.